Good evening everyone, apologies, it's been a few days since I uploaded the last video. I think it was actually Sunday or Monday, and it was about the Casios, best Casio you can buy for under $50. I'm going to do that again today, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 6 watches I have found in my stash that I'm going to show you. And by the way, if you want any of these watches, just send me a direct message on Instagram and I'm sure we can come up with something, because I don't really need these anymore and they're just really taking up so much room, and I'm just going to scale back on a few bits. So before I show you these, I'm just going to dive into a few bits that I bought this week. So what we bought, oh, we bought this. Look at this absolute beauty, and it's absolute stunning condition. Really is beautiful. A guy in America was selling this and he put it up and it was so cheap. I didn't even, by the way, he put it up as non-working, but looking at the condition I just knew it's going to work. But if it didn't, I actually did have another one of these that didn't work, and which was a little bit tiny bit beaten up, so I thought I could swap bits with it. But it's a fabulous watch, and it all works perfectly well. So where's the light? There's the light there, and we have got the, so you got the calculator mode, and to get off that. So it's really weird the way it works. So this one is a 1981 model, and it's sort of like, for example, like the calculator, you've got to really turn the calculator on for the calculator function. So you press this button here and it turns the calculator on. Now if you're finished with the calculator, normally you'll press the mode button, which is here, but no, you've got to turn the calculator off. So you're back to here, and if you press this is the stopwatch button, it's a pace, so you've got to follow the pace. There's enough of that. Stopwatch. I haven't really played around with any of the features either, so forgive me. Which one is the reset? I don't know. Oh, it's here. But I'm not going to bother going into it. The thing is with this as well, it's such an old watch, and when they brought these out, the components are very delicate. Although they're very well made, I could strip this watch back and put it all back together within 5 minutes and it would be all working. So Casio do make some really easy to strip down watches, unlike the Timex stuff. It's just really complicated and they're really good quality. But what I don't want to do, I don't want to start fiddling about with the buttons, because these buttons here, even though they're in beautiful condition, underneath these buttons, so the buttons are painted, especially the top ones here, they're painted as well, and it won't take, I don't want to start pressing the buttons for the sake of pressing the buttons and then the paint will wear off, because it's 40 something years old, and why would I want to ruin that? I want to preserve the condition of this watch the way it is. I don't want to damage it, I don't want to press any buttons. It's just a really absolutely beautiful piece. I have had these before, don't get me wrong, but I just don't know. When they're in this condition, it's an absolute rarity, really rare. Unless, of course, you find some and you're paying £800, £900, £1,000. I've seen these sell for $1,200 once, but it was in NOS stock, so new old stock. Can this be passed as new old stock? I don't know. I can't see any marks on it. There is a little blemish thing here. See it there? But apart from that, it's beautiful. And to be honest with you, unless someone offered me really good money, I don't want to sell it. I do really like it. It's very nice, and it fits beautifully in my collection. I love these orange buttons when they're done there. I don't understand why they did do it in orange, but it does make it look nice. Just love the condition of this. It doesn't really show up very well on the camera how beautiful it is, but it's just like, even the glass is just absolutely pristine. What scratches easily is this face here. So it's not going to be worn, it's just going to be admired. But just beautiful. I do love it. Right, so that's that one. We're going to put it over here. There's no sense. I'll put it here for you so you can look at it. Also, remember I had this, and I said, like, the condition, I thought it was okay until I look at it in the camera and it's pretty shite. Not very good. So I went online and I tried to find a module. I found one. It was cheap. It was a new old stock model here. But there is a but. Ta-da! It's cracked. This has never ever been worn. It is absolutely pristine. I mean, look at this here. How just like it's come off the factory. Now, when you compare it to this, you do realise how in terrible condition this watch is. See all the lovely lines that got along here, along this part here. It just looks beautiful. This one looks like it's been through the mill. Now the problem is, I do like the look of this. I love the red buttons, and I love the condition of it. And I don't want to use this module for this watch here. I don't know. I might just stick it in one of these frames. But let me show you what I mean. I'll get one out and show you. Oh. I shall show you. I'm back. Please don't go, I'm back. So what I like to do is get these, look. So you open it up like this. You put the watch in there, in the centre. And then you close it. You get it in the centre, hold on. And you close it. Put it in one of these, and you can just use it as like a display. Yeah, it does look quite nice, don't it, like that? And I can have it on my cabinet instead of. And when I find a new old stock one of these frames, I've got the module there and I've got the back, because it is absolutely in pristine condition. It's just an absolute shame. Some of the Casios, by the way, they do crack along there. Like I did have once before. It's a shame because it's beautiful and it works like a dream as well. Oh, never mind. Right, let's leave that one there to be admired again. Right, now I've got something. Oh yeah, this one here. This is very, very nice. Look at this. This is the FTP 10. Now I had a few of these before. It is in brilliant condition. The glass is a little bit scratched, but I can polish that out. And don't forget, it's a flip top. Let's turn it on. You've got to have really small little fingers for this. And there we are. Imagine in them times, by the way, so you had this on your wrist, you're 12 years old, you're in class, no calculators, no cheating. It's okay, miss, I've just got an analog clock. What she doesn't know is it lifts up into a calculator. Just absolutely stunning. Whoever thought of that idea? Wow. Unbelievable. Now the only problem is I'm trying to find some new old stock straps for these, and I just cannot find them. But they will come up, guaranteed. They will come up. What was I going to say to you? Well, if you do have one of these, so you know that little, when it clips down here, you've got to be careful because they do become brittle over a little time, and you don't want that to crack because then it's ruined. And there it is. It's a good size though, isn't it? It's not like a small watch either. I love that. Oh yes, I was just playing around with this earlier because I had some original straps and they broke. Let me show you the original straps. Off I go again. just think about things as I'm bloody doing them. These are the original straps. And this is what they look like. They just basically got the writing on the bottom. And there, this way. And they became brittle. I did glue it and it lasted. But another position broke this time, which is a bummer. But I think this strap looks pretty nice, you know. It fits quite well. By the way, let me just show you this little, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before. Let me just show you something. So I'm going to go to the alarm feature. If I hold this button in here. Hold on. Can you see that? I love that animation. Let me just get a bit of shadow on here, if you can just see. Beautiful. Love it. Right, that's that one now. Now, I'll show you something very interesting, and not a lot of people know this. This is the F91 module, Casio watch, the most highest sold Casio watch known to man. Well, the most sold watch actually, it's probably the most copied as well. So before they brought this model out, they brought out this model, the F92. Now you're not going to see these very often, and when you do, well, you're not. I mean, I've literally hardly seen any. I've seen one or two come up on eBay recently and sell, but they went for a lot of money. And this one's in really good condition as well. It's the same module, 593, and the glass on the screen. So this one here, look, it's flat. This screen is like bubbled up. But that's an F92. The straps are slightly different as well. Google them. You'd be very surprised. They're really, really rare, and they brought them out in really small numbers as well. Yeah, that's it. Right, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to show you these other watches that I think you should buy if you've got a tiny, tiny budget. God, it's so hot today. Now, I have this one here. Before I'm going to show you that one, I'm going to show you this one. These are pretty cheap to buy if you don't want a digital watch. Although if you like Casio, I'm sure you would. I'm just going to show you this watch. I've had a few of these. They normally come with a silver bracelet, but when I bought this second hand, the silver bracelet was really small. There was missing loads of links, so I put this strap on here, which is like a carbon type effect, and the orange stitching to match the orange display there. And it's quite a nice watch. If you just want something really cheap, these are around $50, I think. There's a little scratch on there. How did that even happen? Yeah, it's really nice. It's got a lovely dial. Look at the dial on that, how beautiful it is. Let's press these buttons. Ding. Let's just stop what function there. You stop it. It goes all the way around, and there's your seconds. And yeah, it's quite nice. This, by the way, is called a MTP4500. Let me show you this side. Let me stick it on my wrist. It's pretty good size, isn't it? Very nice. I think this moves as well. Does it move? I'm sure it does. Casio, of course it moves. I've got to put it all the way around now. Oh my God. Let's get it back on central. Yeah, so that's the first one. Because I had a little rummage, you see, through my shelving, and I found a few more. Now, next one I'm going to show you is this one here. Now, a lot of you may have not heard of this model, but this is the DBW30. And it's an analog and a digital clock as well. And it has a lot of features. And let's put this, I have extra links for this. If you did want any of these watches, just message me on Instagram. Oh, there is some, oh, it's too tight for me. I have got the extra links, they're in a bag, but it's a good size. So this watch here, it's got a 10-year battery life, it's got a data bank, it's got well timed, 3 alarms, digital, and as you can see an analog watch as well. It's got a stopwatch and it's got a good light. Where's the light button here? Look, it does actually look better than that, but I think the battery could be running out. Yeah, the other thing I would say, it does feel like the screen's a bit cloudy, and I don't know why that is. I think it's just, can you see what I'm saying about the cloudiness? I think they're trying to get that reflection of the world behind there. Yeah, that's probably my only negative, I would say. That's the hand setting. That's your data bank, put your stuff in. World time, signal, timer. Let's go back to the alarm and see what the alarm sounds like. Search. That's what it sounds like. Alright, that's one out of the way. Another one, if you want a digital one, is this one here. The watch that everyone forgets about, and it wasn't that popular, I don't think. I don't remember this being that popular when it came out. But now it's aged a little bit. It is quite a lovely watch, you know. It's really underrated. This is brand new, never been worn. It is in great condition. And this is the DBC-32. Comes with a 10-year battery life, 25-page data bank, 8-digit calculator, dual alarm, stopwatch. It's got a huge display. Let's see what that alarm sounds like. Yeah, it's all good. Let me just zoom into the screen so you can see what's all going on. Can you see that? It's a nice watch. A bit curved there. It's like the normal data banks they made. They're just, I think they just upgraded it. I think I like what they've done with the buttons here. Definitely like the red on the bottom. The only problem is I think these go to a point, so like a triangle, and I have the feeling they won't be long before they start wearing down really quickly because you've got that really sharp edge on top. Just zoom out quickly. I like what I've done here with that little illuminating button here. Where's the light on here? I think it's here. So look, be an orange light. There we are. It's a nice watch, this one. Again, under $50 you can pick these up for. Ones like this, because it's almost brand new, would be more money. But if you went and just got one which is slightly used but in really good condition still, you probably will get one. I've seen these for 30 quid, $30. The next one, I don't think I have shown you this one, but I'm going to show you it anyway. This is the World Time. This is the A500. It was one of Casio's re-release. The only negative thing I would say, and that's something I don't like, and Casio don't really do them like this, but this one, you've got this horrible seam here where they're glued two pieces together. I don't know, I just think Casio's better than that. It's a shame they've done that. I just think it looks really cheap when they've done that. It's a great watch though. It's a re-release to the old one. Alarm, stopwatch, world time. It's got a great light, again in orange. And you can move forward here. See the little worlds to light up. That's another nice one. Now, this watch here, I'm going to show you now, is a watch everybody should have in their collection. Everybody. This watch has every single function you can possibly want. Everything. Now I'm going to stick it over here. Now this is called the AQF 100. It really is a lovely watch. Now me holding it like this, you're not going to think it is anything special, but trust me, it is absolutely beautiful. And I'll tell you what I've done here. So I love this polished chrome or polished steel they've got around here. I don't know what material it is, and it's etched on here and etched on the bottom as well. 100-meter water resistant. It is analog as well. It's got a thermostat, as you can see, it's 26.6. That's how hot it is in here. And I've got the fan on blowing on me. You've got a moon graph. You got this. So there's the moon graph there. You got the tide graph. You got the date. You got time. You got analog time. You got the temperature. You've got world time on here as well. Stopwatch. Absolute. The features on this is astonishing. And every part of this has got everything, little display, like even down here, it's got the alarm and the signal highlighted. And here's your sensor here as well. So this watch, here's the moon phase. Stopwatch, timer, alarm. Should we see what the alarm sounds like? It's tradition, isn't it? Yeah, nothing special. Just a really, really lovely watch. I'll guarantee you, if you had one of these, you will not be disappointed. These are amazing. Really underrated. I can't even believe how underrated they are. Even this here, look. So not a normal class. It's got to push these buttons in for it to open. I don't want to take it all apart and put it on my wrist because it's got all the things on it. So it's unused. It's still brand new. But these are... You can pick these up for 50 quid. Some are a lot cheaper, but they are a really great watch. Oh, do you know what? I might start wearing this as a daily watch. Just so many features. Do you know what? I can't see why you would want more. If you like your watches round and you like Casio and you like the steel bracelet, this literally is one of the best watches around. Let me just check the light quickly. I can't remember what the light is. I bet it's orange. No, it's blue. Look at that. All highlighted. Absolutely beautiful. You need to get one of these. You need to get one. They're absolutely amazing. The Casio should have it on TV all the time and say, don't forget, guys, you have to get one of these. Honestly, they're just so cheap. So cheap and bloody amazing. You cannot go wrong with one of these. I would actually go as far as saying this is probably Casio's best watch ever made because of the amount of functions. It really is a great watch. I do keep banging on. I've done a whole video on this watch, by the way. You should go and see it. Now I've got one more to show you. This one here. So you can still pick these up. These are the new release data banks. Well, I mean new release, probably 10 years old now. But if you want one of these, so that let's have a look. Not that one. Actually, it's not this model. It's the other model. But they're literally exactly the same. Same thing. And they're great. If you just want something old looking, and they had these back in the 80s, and they rebought them out in 2010. You can still get these online, and I've seen quite a few for around $50, maybe $60, pounds, however you want to do it. But they're great watches though. If you just hunt around, you will get one really cheap. Let's just check the alarm quickly, and the light, I mean. Oh, it's a little light. I think the other one isn't. It's got a bit stronger light than that. It's a great watch. So have a little look. So you want to? I think the newish one is called DB5 something. I can't remember. But yeah, it looks very similar to this. Go and check it out. So we have. I think we've done everything here, which is very, very nice. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that quite well, but it's absolutely stunning, isn't it? I love these sort of things. I have so many Casios as well with like missing straps, some not working. Shall we have a little look at this beauty? Let me know if this is your taste. Do you know what I like about it? This ain't really my taste. What I do like is stuff like this. Like the old funky, I love the flares. These buttons out that flare out like this, the triple display, just the red buttons on the bottom here. I love this graphics we've got here. And the strap on this is beautiful as well. I do have one in my collection of this, but not with the red buttons. It's such a shame that's cracked in it. Jesus. Yeah, what I do like, I like it because it's rare, really, really rare. You're not going to see very many of these for sale. And if you are, they'll be quite beaten up. So there'll be a lot of marks, used, bleeding display. They're very, these suffered with a bleeding display. Oh, sorry. It's ordinary. Yeah, I'm just appreciative that it's in incredible condition. And that's what draws me to it, and that's what draws me to it, not want to sell it. It's just the lovely, see the nice matte finish, beautiful lines all the way. I love the back on these as well. I love the orange buttons. I love also that they've got the jogging here on the little man race. Because in the 80s, running was a real thing, and Casio started bringing out a lot of watches to do running. You will see that if you like the old 80s stuff. Yeah. Anyway, that's me rumbling on for another 27 minutes. Right. Let me know what you think about these watches, and if there's anything you do want, if you want to buy any of these watches, and if you look at the last video as well, I did probably 8 or 9. Have a look at that video, and if there's anything you want on there, just message me on Instagram. The information will be in the description below, and I always answer. If you haven't got Instagram, just get it. This costs you nothing, and it'll take you 5 seconds to just get up, and it's a good way to meet other Casio lovers. Yeah, that's it. Right, you take care, guys. Any comments, put them down below. Cheers.